I was impressed with practice today, being that we had the long layoff with spring break, so kind of figured it would be a little slow, a little sluggish. Need to prod them a little bit, but they came in with a good attitude, had a good practice. We were sloppy from time to time, as you can expect with having that many days off with spring break, but they really have been consistent in their approach to practice, and I've been impressed with that. So that was a good step for us. We'll see if we can continue to do it the rest of the week, and that'll be the key for us, to be consistent throughout this spring, throughout this next 4 weeks, to get much better. As we talked about before, it's nice having only 3 practices this week, so we have a lot of time off in between to watch that film and have walkthrough and really be efficient with our time. So we'll see if we can keep this consistency, but overall pleased. First day in pads, there were some guys that looked like we were more physical. We'll see. I'll go watch the film here right now, but overall pleased with practice, pleased with their effort and their enthusiasm and the way we're approaching it.
I know you were tempted to play Eli Brown early last year.
Yeah.
Injuries and stuff. Are you glad you were able to keep that red shirt on?
Definitely. Eli needed the red shirt, but it is nice. You see him showing up even today. You see him showing up. He has seems like he has a good knack for getting to the football and showing up. He definitely needed the year off to get more physical and put some weight on and put some muscle on and rehab that knee that he had from high school. So, it was good.
Mark Graham talked about his level of satisfaction with the offensive plan, which is somewhat positive.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that he liked the fact that they were staying on their feet, and we'll definitely want if you could expound.
Yeah, I think, we all know that, we haven't been good enough in any area. Any position group hasn't been up to the standards that we need to compete at a high level in this league. And we know we've had some struggles at offensive line. And, I think, when you're playing 5 of them, and you're playing against the defenses that we play against and the D linemen that we play against, you cannot have one guy here and one guy there, because it just blows up the entire offense. But we do feel like, through the course of the last couple of years, we're developing some good guys. And we feel like right now there's definitely more bodies in there. We're trying to find the right mix. We feel like certainly we are getting, physically where you need to be inside, in particular at the center and the 2 guards. Tackle, we're continuing to work and need some more depth. But overall, I think it's definitely an improvement.
New guys there get a lot of attention, but how important is that improvement going into the red shirt?
Yeah, it's critical to get some guys, and that's where we need to take the next step as a program, getting some guys that have some playing time under their belt and physically are able to do it. So I think some of those guys are getting to that point.
A couple other guys you talked about being tempted to play last year, those red shirt wide receivers. How
Yeah.
those 2 games?
Yeah.
This week, I think,
Yeah, Taven and Jabari both showed up today. I feel like they are definitely going to be good football players. They need a lot of work. You could see them physically kind of getting bounced around a little bit at times, but they're out there really competing and making some competitive catches. And I like their mindset, and if they continue to work and give the effort that they gave today and develop, then they're going to be good players.
Is that a whole group that is sort of on notice after last year?
Definitely.
Playing time is not guaranteed to any of those guys.
Absolutely. We need to improve, not just singling out that group, but make no mistake about it, that group needs to improve, and they know that.
Did Jabari and Taven seem like the guys that are sort of up to the challenge of having that redshirt season to learn an offense and then to turn right back around in the redshirt freshman season and learn a different?
Yeah, I mean, that's, these guys are, we're in a learning environment every day. So it never changes. And, certainly you don't want that every year. I mean, we would like to get some continuity year after year as far as our system. But with that being said, this is football. We're in here studying that, whether it be technique, scheme. I mean, we're grinding on that for hours upon hours every day. So, that's never going to change.
What about the quarterbacks? How do they look to you so far?
They're doing good. I mean, we'll see. I mean, it depends on, how the whole offense rolls, and how we're running the ball and how physical that O-line is that we were just talking about, and in the decisions they make on RPOs, and then, being accurate on our pass game. So I think we're seeing some flashes. It's not as consistent as we need it to be, but you would expect that after 3 days of spring.
How many times you'll scrimmage this spring?
Yeah, I think Saturday I need to talk to Susan and Tony, but I believe there's no reason why we couldn't open up practice for y'all Saturday and get you in there. And Saturday we're going to have we'll get through Thursday and see where we're at as far as the implementation of the offense and the defense. But I would anticipate Saturday. I was thinking about originally on the schedule having a full scale scrimmage, but I think I'll have a half practice and half scrimmage. So probably be in the stadium and let y'all come in for at least half that. I would imagine there should be no reason either to open it up to the fans if they want to come in too. So probably open it all up Saturday.
Talk about Eli, any of those other young defensive guys who are going to need to step up in small steps.
Oh, there's a bunch of guys we're going to need, certainly. I mean, we still have some inexperience at linebacker across the board, outside and inside. We're going to need everybody, and this is big for the linebackers in general.
Mark, when you hear somebody like Marvin Lewis say that his team's starting to look more like an SEC football team,
Yeah.
what does he mean with that? I mean,
I just think, it doesn't, take much when you walk around our building and you see our players and you see our young guys watching the older guys and just see the players. I mean, just physically, he means just like I would say that, and you've heard me talk about that the past couple years, and we're starting to look like that. You're starting to have the length that you need and the mass that you need, and you need some, as you heard me say, you need some sharp arrows to work with, so.
Last time we talked to you, you mentioned needing to keep a boot in the you-know-what of Chris Westry to keep
Yeah.
him motivated. Has he responded to that?
He responded. He was he came back, and Coach Klink and I have been on him, and he came back and responded and had a better day today, and he's going to need that. But you see those guys showing up. You see us. I noticed that again today. In general, you definitely feel our secondary much more at any point than I've been here. And again, you would anticipate that with playing quite a few young guys last year and the past couple years, but that's a good group. Marcus McWilson's the guy that's been around the most, but the rest of that group is fairly young but very talented.
Did he have any lasting effects after his car accident?
No.
Anything else?
Oh, it's great. It's no issues at all. I know Eddie so well, and he has great command of the offense in his group, and so it's been very smooth.